Yep, Las Vegas is home, and an exciting place to be, no doubt. But it's a big wide world out there, and I had a powerful yen to go see some of it last week. You won't even believe the crazy destinations we packed into this little travelogue.
From Mother's Beach to the Mother Road and all kinds of kitschy stops in between, this is an epic adventure.
So get ready, because this adventure starts right now.
Well, everybody, we woke up this morning. Paula was sitting on our back porch, and I said, Paula, I'm going to give you 1 hour to pack up because we're driving to the ocean. And there it is. It only took 5.5 hours to get here. I have not been here in over a year and a half, and I was absolutely dying to get to the ocean. It wasn't easy to get here, but we're here. Thank you, God, for letting us get here safe and sound. Get that ocean, Paula.
All right, let's back up a little. We left home around 1 p.m. and took the long way to Ventura because we'll do anything to avoid LA traffic. Nearing the end of our journey, we are heading due west on California State Route 126. This 40-mile stretch, best known as Santa Paula Freeway, connects Interstate 5 with U.S. Highway 101. Now, this is the long way around, but this is why we love it. It travels through fertile fields of crops along the road and up the hillsides. And on a spring day like today, it smells fantastically fresh all the way through here. It's just shy of sunset, so our timing is perfect. This is called Harbor Cove Beach, popular with Ventura County locals because the shoreline is so protected and safe. It's been nicknamed Mother's Beach.
This is why I had to get to the ocean, because Paula's always complaining there in Las Vegas. So I decided I'm changing my life. I'm getting rid of YouTube. I'm going to be hired on as a lifeguard. And here's my post. I'm sorry, folks. I had to do it. I just had to do it.
And he walks away in the sunset, never to be seen again.
Seriously though, I couldn't resist popping my camera up on a pile of driftwood and doing a time-lapse of the Pacific sunset. Who says you have to wait till the end of a video to show the sun setting? By the way, I cued that sailboat to glide by just as I was filming. Now, I just had to throw this one in. As we were heading back to our hotel, we happened to catch the Pacific Surfliner, a commuter train that runs between San Diego and San Luis Obispo heading down the tracks. And it's funny because we've been seeing many videos about this specific train. Good morning, good morning. Yep, we're all about resort tours on this channel, so it only feels fitting to show you our digs here on Harbor Beach Boulevard. This is Ventura Beach Marriott, a place we've stayed on many occasions and definitely a favorite with its location between downtown Ventura and the Harbor Marina. By the way, ignore the rain and gloomy skies. It did not dampen our spirits in any way. Check out this huge and welcoming lobby space decorated in the colors of sun, sand, and water. It's flooded with natural light thanks to the skylights installed above the entire room. It leads to a courtyard, and we'll see that in just a minute. Over here, a bar that begins serving brews daily at 3 p.m. And a restaurant open for breakfast every morning. Stepping outside into the courtyard, we absolutely love this garden. It is surrounded by Marriott's 286 rooms and suites, but is something of a hidden oasis. What do you think? And the covered patio is as inviting as the lobby. There's a large pond set with water plants in pots, waterfalls, and koi swimming in the shallows. You know what this reminds me of? Bellagio. Many of the first floor rooms have patios leading right out to the courtyard. Now, look at this guy we found on the sidewalk. The unexpected perks of a rainy day. Adjacent to the pool garden is the pool deck. Let's go take a look. It's a free-form pool and it's heated year-round. One thing Paula remarked on is how absolutely clean and spotless all the loungers and lawn furniture were. Everything looked so inviting, even when it was wet. On this end, there's a hot tub. Plenty of umbrellas for shade. And note that the upstairs rooms all have balconies overlooking the courtyard and the pool. Can I just say that Paula and I absolutely love this Marriott. We skipped breakfast, but that was on purpose because I had my taste buds all set for my favorite must stop at the coast. And here it is, at Ventura Harbor Village, Andria's Seafood. They just opened at 11 a.m., and with the rainy weather, it's not too busy yet. Andria's Seafood opened here in 1982 as a family-owned seafood market with some cooking before the village itself even existed. The restaurant is incredibly popular and has received endless accolades over the years. And let me just say, they're all well-deserved.
Well, here we are, day number 2 of our ocean adventure. Of course, it's raining. Why wouldn't it be? But that's okay, because it never rains in Southern California, and when it does, that means you're going to have good luck. And we are, because this was on my bucket list. I absolutely love Andria's Seafood. This is at the Ventura Harbor. This is some of the best. I never eat fried shrimp, ever, unless I come here. And I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. It's absolutely wonderful. Paula got some fish. We'll show you her fish in a minute, but one more. Heaven.
Well, my friends, my platter looks sad by comparison, but this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted Andria's famous fish fry, just the two of them, and we're going to share Dale's fries. This looks heavenly. Dip it in a little bit of tartar sauce. Look. Their fish fry is so good. Love it.
Okay, I got the 7-piece shrimp basket here, and I love getting the 7-piece because when you get the 7-piece, they always give you 9. So it's actually the 9-piece, but they don't say that. It's 7-piece. Again, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Now this is a rare opportunity. We are at Ventura Harbor Village, and we pretty much have it to ourselves on this rainy Tuesday.
So this is kind of an unusual opportunity. We often come to Ventura Harbor Village when we're in California and by the coast, but it is usually mobbed with people. One of the perks of a rainy day is nobody's here, and we can stand in front of this great sign that says, "I love the sea." I'll tell you what, sometimes those impromptu trips were, yesterday morning at this time, I had no idea I was even doing this, but you know what? Big thumbs up. Love the impromptu, just serendipity of the whole thing.
We have mentioned on earlier visits that this harbor is one of the largest for squid, or what you order on the menu as calamari. Commercial fishing is big business here. That's not to say there isn't just as much pleasure boating to be enjoyed. Not only boats you're lucky to own, but lots of options for day rentals right here off the docks. Look at this, nobody here but us. Ventura Harbor Village is a seaside attraction that offers 35 boutiques, galleries, and waterfront restaurants, plus events and entertainment. Whenever we are in the area, we always spend a lot of time here because we just love it. And you want to know why? I think it's because it's so different from our desert world in Las Vegas.
Do you see this? This looks like one of those antique scales. It's only 25 cents. This thing, I think it's from England because it says by Royal Letters Patent. I think this thing's real antique. Let me get on it and see. Don't you dare show them what I weigh, Paul. Don't show me from the back either. Whew. That's it. No more shrimp for me. I'm done.
The village sits right between the boats and the beach with a lovely walking promenade flanked by floral beds and a perfectly trimmed bougainvillea hedge. You can just feel yourself relaxing here. Ventura Port District owns most of the harbor, but a 2.74-acre site is owned by the National Park Service, where the Channel Island National Park Visitor Center is located. And get this, ghost hunting is very popular around here, with legends surrounding locations like Olivas Adobe and local hotels, with a lady in black who's rumored to appear. Now, if you do visit, don't miss the excellent ice cream and homemade cones at Coastal Cone. That's another must.
Okay, that's it for Ventura Harbor for this trip anyway. I don't know where we're going next, but just take one more look at this. We absolutely love this place.
By 2 o'clock, the rain was gone, the sun was out, and the courtyard at the hotel was glowing. We sat outside at the pool for a while and caught this egret looking for minnows for his lunch. And of course, because the ocean was the reason we came here in the first place, we had to go spend some more time at the beach after the refreshing rain. The surfers out near the breakwall were loving the gnarly waves. It's Wednesday morning, we've checked out and we're heading back towards Nevada. But we're gonna take the scenic route. We're on the Pear Blossom Highway and we're going to make a stop, one of many today, at a great roadside attraction called Charlie Brown Farms.
Well, what a difference a day makes, right? 1 minute we're over at the ocean, and now we're in Little Rock, California. This is a little place called Charlie Brown's Farms. It's one of the most unique little places you've ever seen in your life. I don't know if you can see it back there, but they have an old time town over there. They got dinosaurs over here. The place is really, really amazing. And they have all kinds of fruit and stuff and nuts and candy and all kinds of quirky things in there. I think we're going to make a real quick stop in here because we are heading back to Las Vegas. 2 days we spent at the ocean. 2 wonderful days. We actually got to see our granddaughter too. All right, let's go in Charlie Brown's farm.
Charlie Brown Farm started as a little fruit stand way back in 1929 and now occupies 6 huge acres in this tiny town 65 miles north of Los Angeles. Wait till you see what's inside here. On its website, Charlie Brown Farms describes itself as a one-day getaway. Well, you can easily spend at least an hour here anyway. Just inside the main doors is a wall of menus. They offer Texas barbecue and burgers and even buffalo. Like I said, endless shelves of bagged foods. Local fruit. And local preserves. They advertise over 1,000 kinds of candy, both with and without sugar. Not gonna lie, I was actually getting a toothache just walking through here. And for the kids, all kinds of toys and fun stuff. And an impressive collection of large animals to decorate your yard. Charlie Brown Farms is Antelope Valley's largest gift shop and a great way to break up your trip. Now, have you ever been here? Let us know in the comments. All right. We have skirted around Victorville and we've just turned onto the mother road, Route 66. Here, it's called the National Trails Highway, built in the early 1900s when automobiles began to take to the road. The railroad line came first back in the 1880s, running along the Mojave River and connecting LA with San Bernardino. The road naturally followed the tracks. More on Route 66 later, but right now, we're going antiquing.
Well, good afternoon. The adventure continues. We're at Antique Station. Honest to goodness, every single time we drive to California in the truck, we have to stop here, and don't we come home with furniture. We're going to take you inside Antique Station, and then we'll see. Can we resist, or are we going to buy something?
Check this place out just from the outside. First, it seems to go on forever. And second, the outdoor decor looks straight out of a movie set. It's no wonder we can never resist stopping here, and believe me, my friends, it's not on the way to anywhere. Step inside and you're faced with a dazzling array of display cases, many that look like antiques themselves. The rooms appear to go on forever. As many antique stores, this one is arranged in separate sections by sellers. We particularly love the nostalgic items in this corner display.
Every time we come by, we have to buy something wonderful.
Well, that's good. Hopefully you find something there.
I hope so. And
Do I have to collect these?
yes, you do.
I do. I collect these. $39.
I think that's what we paid for them in the past, about $40. Yeah,
Is that beautiful?
he is beautiful. Yeah.
I'm buying it.
Okay, hon.
All right.
As we continue to make our way through the rooms towards the front, we find Western items. A whole section devoted to automobile memorabilia. And lots of vintage items for your kitchen. But it's when we get to the furniture that we are at our weakest.
Well, she was right. I bought something. I bought this shirt for 20 bucks. Oh yeah, I also bought one of those little leather horses that are collectible. That would cost 39 bucks. But I can't come in here and not buy furniture. We bought 2 antique Victorian chairs that we're going to put in our bedroom after we're going to redo our bedroom, we said, after we got back from California. So we bought them, and you can see them in the pictures right now. All right, my friends, we're getting on the truck, and we're getting out of here before I go and buy that, or that, or that. I could buy that. Where could I put that? I could buy that. Let's buy it.
Alrighty, and we are moving on. Done with Antique Station. We are on US Route 66. Now you know, everybody knows, it is celebrating its centennial, its 100th anniversary, 1926 to 2026, and every single YouTuber in the world is going to drive Route 66 this summer. However, we're beating them to it. It's April, and we're going on this little used strip of US Route 66.
Just as we were leaving, we caught 2 trains traveling in opposite directions. Trains are still a very important transportation method here in the Wild West. Pulling out of the antique store, we head north through the tiny town of Oro Grande, California. The latest data we have says just about 1,000 people live here. Because Route 66, built in 1926, was aligned right along the National Trails Highway, Oro Grande was originally on the Mother Road. But by 1958, with the construction of the interstate, this section was bypassed. Pre-Route 66, Oro Grande began as Lane's Crossing, a way station established by Aaron G. Lane in 1858. It served travelers on the Mojave, Mormon, and Spanish trails. Gold discovery in 1873 led to the town's name, Big Gold. Being on Route 66 in this area gives us a rare opportunity to stop at another famous roadside attraction. Have you ever heard of Bottle Tree Ranch? Drive past this unique art installation, and I dare you not to be intrigued.
Well, hey, we're just a couple miles up Route 66 from the antique store, and we are at a world-famous roadside attraction. Maybe you've seen it before. It's called Elmer's Bottle Tree Ranch. It was built by Elmer Long, who is no longer with us. It's already a quarter century old, and it is about 200 bottle trees made of scrap metal and colorful bottles. It's a free attraction. Just park on the side of the road, come on in, and it is a rusty paradise in here. You know, if you saw Good Springs, how much we love rust. Take a look at the Bottle Tree Ranch.
The ranch is a 2-acre plot of land where visionary Elmer Long created a thing of wonder and a destination for travelers from the world over. He constructed more than 200 trees made of scrap metal and colorful soda pop and beer bottles and planted them here next to Route 66. The intent was to celebrate the beauty of the desert and the enduring legacy of Route 66. We have never been here, and we are utterly charmed by it. In among the trees, you'll find the odd-used missile. Road signs, and other embellishments. Walking further back from the roadway, here's the rust we love, an ore cart. A rusty Jeep that's seen better days. And back here, a building surrounded by an homage to the desert and the architectural heritage of the area. Lots of historic treasures. This is from their website. Whether you're a history buff, a road trip enthusiast, or simply looking for a moment of tranquility, our ranch offers a unique experience that blends nostalgia with discovery. Back on the highway, we are heading northeast, roughly parallel to Interstate 15. We pass through the tiny hamlet of Hodge, population 431. Hodge had a gas station, cafe, and cabins by 1946, primarily serving railroad crews. But its 6-by-8-foot post office, once the smallest federal building in the U.S., was featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not. Route 66 was officially established by the U.S. Congress in the 1920s, intended to connect Chicago to Los Angeles. It took until 1938 to complete and pave the whole thing, more than 2,400 miles end to end. If you've ever heard the famous Nat King Cole song, it travels through Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Well, we're approaching the outskirts of Barstow right now. Barstow, California has a long-standing connection with Route 66 and the automobile. You'll find these great road signs adorned with classic cars along the route. It's located in what's called the Inland Empire and has a population of 25,000. Barstow is an important crossroad to this day for both auto and rail travel. This section of Route 66 is known as the Barstow Business Loop. Fun fact, Route 66 was often called the Main Street of America, but Barstow is one of the few cities where the road on a map is still known as Main Street. Welcome to Main Street, Barstow. It's classic, what do you think? And as a throwback to the early days of auto travel, Main Street heading out of downtown is a parade of old-timey roadside motels. We are back on the Interstate 15, but definitely not done with the kitschy roadside attractions. Plus, we are so ready for lunch. Let's go to the famous Peggy Sue's Diner here at the Ghost Town Road exit. Peggy Sue's is a true original, a roadside diner built in 1954, located just 10 miles north of Barstow. At that time, it had 9 counter stools and 3 booths. In 1987, the restaurant was restored and reopened, preserved in its original state. Let's go in. Just inside the building, Betty Boop welcomes us. And we already know this is going to be interesting.
All right, here's another iconic spot on the I-15 heading into Las Vegas. It's Peggy Sue's Diner. We came here one other time, but I think it was during the COVID, and it wasn't very busy, and it wasn't real good. So we decided we're going to give it one more try and see if it's pretty good. From what we hear, the food in here is fantastic, especially if you look at the billboards going down I-15. They say it's the best food on I-15. I got a hamburger. Paula got a tuna fish something. Yep. And we'll show you what it is when it gets here.
Part of the 1980s restore and upgrade was an expansion, the addition of a 5 and dime type store, complete with curios, memorabilia, souvenir shirts, and treats for sale. Needless to say, there's a nice selection of Route 66 keepsakes to take home. There's a candy counter, a one-of-a-kind jeweled cheeseburger, and pretty Disney princesses. You can also get a tasty, thrifty ice cream cone before you head back out on the road. Opposite the gift shop is the restaurant, still small and quaint looking, very authentic 1950s. Peggy Sue's prides itself on good homemade food made from family recipes with a soundtrack of great 50s music. Plus, there's a lot of autographed photos of stars adorning the walls.
Okay, I got the Peggy Sue Special Angus beef, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'll tell you what I like the best. The bun is toasted, and it's toasted with butter. You gotta love that, right? It's got onion, tomato, pickles, and lettuce on it. Classic. Classic. I feel like I'm back in the 50s. I can't believe this. Where's Cunningham's? Where's Fonzie? This is terrific. Look at good. I love the onion. It's a full, complete onion, not just a couple little slices.
Where is Abbott Costello?
I love it.
You guys, what Dale didn't mention is that when you order a sandwich, you get 2 sides, which I think is rare. So we both got the curly fry, and I got coleslaw. He got a green salad. So I'm not going to pick up my tuna sandwich. It's Tina Turner tuna. Say that 3 times fast. Oh, very good. Classic tuna salad. Cold, fresh, not too much mayo. I like it. And friends, here I am yet again stuffing my face with dessert for the vlog. We asked our server, who is lovely by the way, we asked her their most famous pie, and it is apple a la mode hot. 1 dessert, 2 forks. First, it's good vanilla ice cream. Good vanilla. Cinnamony apple. Bite of this crust. I'm a crust kind of a gal. Warm, flaky. Come on, Dale, have some pie.
So, y'all know that my cousin Durango is the pie eater in the family.
Pie? Somebody say pie?
But I'll give this one a try, and don't tell Durango that I had this without him. It looks amazing. It's warm. Ooh, those apples are just something else. And let me just say something. My favorite ice cream in the world is vanilla. I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat strawberry. I just eat vanilla ice cream. That's homemade goodness. 2 big thumbs up, and I'm gonna just one more piece of apple. Fantastic. Love it. All right, I got my fortune told by Zoltar over at that gas station. This one's only 50 cents. Here we go.
An old saying for you from the king. Be happy while you're living, because you're a long time dead. Yeah, go ahead, baby. Get yourself a little treat today. Maybe a teddy bear. After all, you only live once, unless you're the king of rock and roll. Slip me some more coins and I'll give you more wisdom for your journey.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I didn't get my fortune. I didn't get my fortune. What does that mean?
He said, slip me more coins.
Ah, okay. You know what? No.
Before we get back in the truck, we want to show you the Diner-Saur Park out back of the building. In here are walking paths, a pond, flowering trees, and green grass. This is a little Zen oasis next to the highway. An oasis that just happens to be inhabited by larger-than-life sculptures of dinosaurs. And even King Kong. I think kids would get a kick out of this, and get this, it's all totally free. They also have a stage here, so maybe they have some entertainment as well. Last stop, kids, I promise. I can't pass up mentioning one more roadside attraction on this much-traveled highway between Vegas and LA. That's Eddie World. They boast that they are California's largest gas station, but that isn't the big draw. Inside the building is probably the biggest selection of sweets and goodies that you will ever see under one roof. We're kind of sweeted out, so we're not going to go in this time. On these long stretches through the desert, you tend to look for landmarks that break up the monotony and spark interest. How's this? It's a big hand-painted promotional sign for Cirque du Soleil made out of stacked truck trailers. Catches your attention, that's for sure. Now, for anybody keeping track, from our home over to the coast in Ventura County was about 332 miles. As we head back the other way, it's 113 miles from Barstow to the Nevada border, and then 40 more miles from there to Center Strip. Vegas, here we come.
Well, hello from Southern California. I couldn't stay away. I had to come back the very next week. So, what did you think of our fantastic road trip to the coast and back? I'll tell you what, it was only 2 days, 2.5 days, but I had a ball, and it makes me want to go back out with my partner in crime and do it all again. By the way, did he not do a fantastic edit on this video? I loved working on it. I love watching it. It's so fun. So, Dale, what did you like the best of everything we did? I think you know I love the ocean, the waves, and the sunset, but what about you?
You know I love the ocean. You know I love Andria's seafood. I loved every single thing we did. But the most important part of this whole entire trip is that you and I went out and were spontaneous. We had no plans. We didn't have anything written down. We didn't know what we were going to do. When we left the ocean that day, we didn't know where we were going to go. And all of a sudden, we ended up at the antique store. It just was one of those days that, I don't know, it was just fantastic. And I think we need to do it again.
As far as I'm concerned, that whole trip was a huge, huge success. All right, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Anything else you over there in California want to tell these nice people, Miss Paula?
I do. And it's all about continuing the adventure. Just because this video ended this road trip doesn't mean that you can't continue to enjoy LVIO adventures in Las Vegas and out. What a catchy title. Look at our end screen. We've made a couple suggestions for you. Come on, binge watch us. Why not?
Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.